Okay, guys. Uh, Chris, I'm coming to your defense. For once. Excuse me, my scanner's going off. Turn this down just a little bit. Sorry, I'm a volunteer fireman for Sellersburg. Great job, enjoy. As I was saying, Chris, I'm coming to your defense. Here's the problem. I used to work in tech support, so I know what a lot of Chris is coming from. When he creates Q&As, when he creates, anything, blogs, a whole nine yards, to help you guys. Chris, over time, when I first saw you, I didn't think you were much of a geek. Now I'm thinking you're becoming a hardcore geek. And a hardcore geek would know how to learn the material and actually use the data that they have or what they get every day. And I'm sorry, guys, but 90% of you out there in the geek world do not know how to use the data you have been applying for. And also, if you think you're going to forget something, write it down. Tape recorder, whatever. Record the data one way or another, or use it over and over and over again so you can melt that in that little brain of yours. You got a brain, you just need to use it every once in a while. Lies your problem. If you do that, you should get this right. I can understand where Chris came from. Like I said, I used to be in tech support for almost a year and a half, and after hearing the same thing over and over and over and over again, and no, folks, I'm not on Ritalin or anything, so I'm not having an ADD or an ADHD moment. I'm being dead on serious. Look, before you go ask Chris something, Google, Bing, look at his Q&A. Write me, for Christ's sake. I've got a YouTube channel for a reason. And Chris, I'm not trying to steal your thunder. I'm just trying to back you up. So, just do those things before you go ask somebody the same question over and over and over again. If you're doing it to be annoying, trust me, it'll get old. Chris and I will probably go crazy. More Chris than me. Sorry, Chris. So that's the way it goes, guys. In the tech world, you need to either Google, Bing it, Q&A. If it comes down to asking somebody, then ask. Beyond that, Chris, you've got your major point. Now, as for the Facebook ordeal, here's the way I see it. If you don't want people to see anything, don't post it. Here's the way I think of it. Is this something I want my mom to see or a future employer to see? And yes, employers are going online and looking at people's Facebook pages to see if they'd be worth their time. So one fair piece of advice, do not put an email on a application or resume that has to do with your MySpace or Facebook. That's the best way to avoid problems. So I'm not saying drop it. I'm not going to drop it. I still got it. So just do those things I've just said. And Chris, like I said, some of the things I may have said may have sounded mean, but I'm coming to your defense. My email address is tallgye1224@live.com. You can also catch me here on YouTube on the same name, tallgye1224@yahoo.com. See you later.